I want to start by congratulating you both on picking this day of all days, to be married in front of the people who love and care about you enough to travel the world, literally. To share and to hold and to cry and to smile and to dance and love with you and with each other. Not only is this day the most perfect day of all days in regards to the beauty we have surrounding us, both geographic and familial, and not only is it perfectly placed between storms that could have potentially washed away our homes and selves and loves, but it is also the single most perfect day of the year when the gods smile down on two hearts yearning to join together in a cool fall environment, surrounded by loved ones, not checking their phones for up-to-the-minute scores. Yes. Today is the one Saturday of the football season when Clemson has a bye week and isn't playing. So congrats, and thank you for picking this day. Like I said, it's the perfect day, and I, for one, can appreciate it. So we've talked a little bit on how the stars have aligned to bring all of us together here today for you. But now I want to talk just a little bit about how you both came to be, if you'll allow me.
Please.
And we will start with Charles. Charles Stewart. You grew up in and around the Charleston area, is that right?
Indeed.
Okay. Am I spot on so far?
Good job. Pretty accurate.
Good. Do you like that? Yeah. Surrounded by your two loving parents, Mary Paige and Charlie, your little sister Ryan, you enjoyed the Low Country with your friends and your family. Eventually, as fate would have it, you made your way to the College of Charleston, where you excelled in your studies. You met some friends there.
Indeed.
You did.
Yep.
Later on, along came an opportunity at the Charleston Music Hall, where you single-handedly oversaw the creation of a nationally respected venue for musical talent from all over the world. And a home for arts and for community. So that's pretty cool. And then we have Mary Rebecca, also known as Becca, just Becca. Born a small child in Spartanburg County. We can't all be born in Aiken, I suppose. Yet somehow you've persevered. Bill and Val Barnet, Will and John, they all surrounded you with and gave you crazy amounts of love and support to follow your dreams of becoming a world-class artist. You achieved lofty goals growing up and cemented your place amongst the greats of the art world. Governor's School in South Carolina, which I could not get into.
Did you Google me?
No. RISD later, you came back to the South and started your own company doing art on a very large scale, always asking questions, always thinking outside the box. Met new amazing friends and family along the way, and most of them are here. Made connections that we celebrate with you, with both of you, this very weekend. And you grew as a person, and you did that pretty well. So how did these two come to be a thing? How did their star-crossed souls become one? Lucky for everyone here, I know the story. And I know it because it's very cleverly printed on your website that you created as a couple. The story goes that two young children spent summers swimming yards apart from each other in the very lake that surrounds us. Under the stars that will soon light this very celebration, each family owning a lake home here, it almost seems like a coincidence that was truly destined to occur that would never actually happen until years later on a river excursion outside of Charleston. Is that right? Yeah. Two kids floating past each other in the night, if you will. But meet they did, and soon enough collaborations through the aforementioned successes in their respective fields led to something more. Something beautiful and intriguing and foreign and perfect. I remember one summer celebration on our newly constructed deck overlooking the water on Johns Island when I first saw Becca and Charles together. Not just at the same event, but actually together. And it caused me to do a double take. I knew both of these friends from separate but complementing worlds. And yet, there in front of me was a couple that I never expected, but at the same time, it was one that made perfect sense. It was as if no explanation was necessary. And now we all get to share in this beautiful union. I think that we can all appreciate the worlds better now, simply because we see what is possible when two like-minded individuals share their hearts and their souls with each other, and in turn, with us. We get to experience the love that you both will create. Your outlook and your daily path will encourage everyone here to lead a more open, loving, supportive, creative, exciting, dangerous, loving, I said that already, but it's the truth. We can all be better people when we see what is possible. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your lives with us. Thank you for opening your hearts to each other and letting us see what that looks like. I know I'm excited to see what's going to happen next, and I expect big things. I know I won't be disappointed. Are you ready for what comes next? Yes, okay. Good. I was hoping you'd say that. Having a sibling is the first opportunity in one's life to learn how to be in a relationship. Charles and Becca would like to invite their siblings up to thank them for teaching each other how to love. So Ryan, Will, and John, will you join us on stage for a moment of remembrance and reflection by lighting the memorial candle to honor those we've lost? And while that's happening, Joel's going to give us another song.
While you were sleeping, your babies grew. The stars shined and the shadows moved. Time flew, the phone rang. There was a silence when the kitchen sang. Its songs competed like kids for space. We stared for hours in our maker's face. They gave us picks, said go mine the sun and go gold and come back when you're done. Uh-oh, uh-oh. While you were sleeping, you tossed, you turned, you rolled your eyes as the world burned. The heavens fell, the earth quaked. I thought you must be, but you weren't awake. No, you were dreaming, you ignored the sun. You grew your power garden for your little ones, and you found brides for them on Christmas Eve. They hung young Cain from the Adam trees and danced. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. While you were sleeping, I tossed and I turned till I closed my eyes, but the future burned. Through the planet turned a hair gray as I relived the day. While you were sleeping, the money died. Machines were harmless and the earth sighed. The wind, you swept sound, and gravity brought my love around. The oceans rose, sang about decay, while the witches flew and the mermaids stayed. Full of dreams, you overslept, and keeping with the quiet through the walls I crept. I walked on tiptoes, sent darkness swirling all over the kitchen in the early morning. Uh-oh, uh-oh, I'll never catch up to you. who sleep so sound. My yawns are useless, my heart beats too loud. But go to sleep, my mind's too proud to bow out. While you were sleeping, the time changed. All your things were rearranged. Your vampire mirrors, face to face, they saw forever out into space and found you dreaming in black and white while it rained in all the colors of the night. Oh, I watch the TV's memories of championships managed to see. Can it be my honey between you and me? So I waited for the rippled sky to be solved again by the sunrise, and I made a death soup for life for my father's ill widowed wife. Did you have that strangest dream before you woke? Because God had the butterfly stroke. Did it escape you like some half-told joke when you reached for your plume of smoke? And it'll haunt you, my honeybee. Anyone who's anyone has that same dream, where you're falling, where you're flying, and were you calling out or were you dying? But thank God you're up now, let's stay this way. There'll still be no more names and no more days, 'cause when we're dreaming, the babies grow, the sun shines and the shadows flow, and time flies and the phone rings. There is a silence when everybody tries to sing.
Thank you, Joel. Beautiful. So we're going to have your dear friend Lisa Moran come up now for reading.
Look at Love by Rumi. Look at love, how it tangles with the one fallen in love. Look at spirit, how it fuses with earth, giving it new life. Why are you so busy with this or that, good or bad? Pay attention to how things blend. Why talk about all the known and the unknown? See how the unknown merges into the known. Why think separately of this life and the next, when one is born from the last? Look at your heart and tongue. One feels but deaf and dumb. The other speaks in words and signs. Look at water and fire, earth and wind, enemies and friends, all at once. The wolf and the lamb, the lion and the deer, far away yet together. Look at the unity of this, spring and water, manifested in the equinox. You too must mingle, my friends, since the earth and the sky are mingled just for you and me. Be like sugar cane, sweet yet silent. Don't get mixed up with bitter words. My beloved grows right out of my own heart. How much more union can there be?
Thank you very much. I think we should exchange some vows now.
We would love that.
Okay. Okay. Becca and Charles wrote these themselves as a sign of their love and respect for each other. And I actually have a copy for you and a copy for you, in case you forgot them.
Which I did.
So why don't you start?
All right. I, Charles, take you, Becca, to be my...
You want me to go first?
No. To be my partner for life. I promise above all... Oh, goodness.
We're gonna get through.
We're going to do great. I promise above all else to live in truth with you and to communicate fully and fearlessly. I promise to encourage your passions because they are what make you unique and wonderful. I promise to nurture your dreams because through them you shine. I promise to be your partner in all things, not possessing you, but working with you as part of the whole. I promise to celebrate what I know of you and trust what I do not yet know. I promise to help shoulder our challenges, for there's nothing we cannot face if we stand together.
Okay.
I did it.
Thank you. You made it. How about you?
I'm gonna give it a try.
Okay.
I, Becca, take you, Charles, to be my partner for life. I promise above all else to live in truth with you and to communicate fully and fearlessly. I promise to encourage your passions because they are what make you unique and wonderful. I promise to nurture your dreams because through them you shine. I promise to be your partner in all things, not possessing you, but working with you as a part of a whole. I promise to celebrate what I know of you and trust what I do not yet know. I promise to help shoulder our challenges, for there is nothing we cannot face if we stand together.
Perfect. Thank you. I'll take those.
Thank you.
You've got some rings. So before you put them on, we have to ask you a few questions. Are you ready for this?
I am.
Okay. Charles, do you take Becca to be your wife?
Yeah.
What do I do? Is there like a...
I've got a question for you.
But I don't know how to do that.
I think you should just say what you
Do
feel.
I say, oh yeah, or just yeah?
Just whatever you like.
Okay.
Becca, do you take Charles to be your husband?
Oh, I was waiting for my guitar. Oh, yes. Yes.
Surprise.
Your wedding ring is a symbol of your promise to one another. The ring, an unbroken, never-ending circle, is a symbol of committed, unending love. Please repeat after me as you put the ring on your partner's finger. This ring symbolizes my love for you.
This ring symbolizes my love for you.
And
That's it?
no. That's not it. And the commitments we make today.
And the commitments we make today.
And now, Becca.
Okay.
This ring symbolizes my love for you.
This ring symbolizes my love for you
And the commitments we make today.
and the commitments we make today.
Okay. So can the congregation please rise for me? They did it. That's great. Thank you. A marriage needs the support of a community. Will you, Becca and Charles' friends and family, promise to support them in their marriage, love them, and encourage their love for one another? I was hoping you'd say that. So it gives me a great pleasure to announce the marriage of Mr. and Mrs. Charles Carmody. And I think everyone would love to see you kiss now. So go ahead.
Cue the music. little louder.
Like a lot louder.
Well, all right, everyone just cheer.
And I think everyone's invited to join us for some cocktails, so please make your way down there.